Hello world, it is Distro here, and today I want to share with you how I stay organized through my cracked Notion setup. To start with, Notion is by far my personal favorite productivity app that really makes everything, everywhere, all at once. In this all-in-one workspace, I can organize my weekly tasks and agendas, track my fitness and financial record, journal down my life and thoughts, capture my whole academic setup, and so on. And because of the fact that we can basically achieve everything with Notion, the idea of fully utilizing Notion features to their greatest extent might appear overwhelming from the start, but I'm here to help. So what I'm going to do in this video is to tour you guys through my personal and academic setup, and in particular, I want to show you how I set up every aspect to such variety and fullness and detail to make my Notion experience so efficient and effortless. And the good news is I've linked my templates down there in the description box below, so make sure to give them a good check out. Also, I want to give special shoutouts to YouTuber Michelle Kanemitsu and Thomas Frank for greatly inspiring me with some of the Notion setup ideas. I have also linked their videos down there below. So, let's get started. First up, personal dashboard. We have a little quote box on the left that looks like your personal AI who's always welcoming you home, and on the right, a call box for gentle reminders to go. Scrolling down, we have the 4 major categories: daily, personal, life, and miscellaneous. Let's start with daily. First off, we have the planner subpage that contains my weekly planner template and an all-in-one event planner. Here, you can jot down daily to-dos with a look at the weather widget, and a general to-do box below to capture the main weekly goals. And are you ready? Here comes the good stuff. The weekly habit tracker. Just a simple column with a list of habits that you can keep track of every week, a checkbox for every day of the week, and the progress bar displaying the percentage you've achieved this week. And yes, this is a special formula property I wrote to help envision these simple but important habit achievements. So here, I can tick a box for lemonade, a box for exercise, a box for self-care, a box for a healthy diet, a box for reading, a box for more than 7 hours of sleep, and a box for baby hug me. And if you cannot tell already, May's my chunky Frenchie and the love of my life. She's pretty super cute and also barking in the background occasionally. And of course, scrolling back up, there is a new week template button for every new week to start fresh. And as for the old weeks, they can go into the archive subpage down below. Here, let me show you. We can adopt this idea of turning the week heading into a toggle heading, putting everything from that week into it, and dropping it into the archive. And let's take a look at the archive. This is a place to which old agendas go, keeping the old memories neat and dear. Coming back out, let's scroll down to the event planner. Here, we have a calendar view for all the events happening this month, and a table view for you to edit all these events, with activity, date, tags. It can be academic, travel, party, appointment, etc. Location, time, a pulling up or not option, you could be thinking about it, skipping it, or pulling up to it. A reminder box for extra info, and a URL box. And what's really cool about this is that, here, even though I enter my location and time and reminder as text strings in the calendar view, they show up nicely with icons. And that's pretty cute, right? Just a trick I did with formulas. Alright, enough about the planner. Next, let's move on to assignment. And ta-da! A relatively simple page with an assignment tracker that I made. Firstly, we have the nice Kanban board view of the list of assignments pre-grouped by statuses such as not started, in progress, and nailed it. You see, one of the things I love about Notion is how visual data can be. For example, I can go with the Kanban board view to check on the assignment that I haven't completed. And in the calendar view, I can see for myself how each assignment lays out chronologically, and if I want to add or edit my assignment items, I can go to the table view. Here, I can detail each item into different subjects. In essence, this is quite a clean template to keep track of your assignments or projects even. Next off, we have the finance page. Here, we have a good old expense tracker with transactions, amount pre-edited in US dollars, category, date, and extra comments. For example, I can record expenses in fashion, personal care, food, subscriptions, education, transportation, and ad hoc, which ad hoc is a necessary payment for a particular purpose that month. And the template starts with a month's day to month's day heading instead of just months, because people might have different billing months, or at least I do. And of course, down here we have the archive basket to keep all expense trackers here. The waste cover symbolizes how the money being spent is like water being poured, consider it pretty deep. Then let's move on to fitness. This is a relatively simple page with a current workout routine and a table of PRs. We gotta boost up these squats. And lastly, we have come to content planner. It's just a simply correct page that helps me plan out the current YouTube video with a video project tracker. Here, we have the video number in descending order, title, status, can be just an idea, and research, filming, editing, or completed, and publish date, video tags, finished URLs, and a published or not checkbox. And what's really correct about this is my template for each video project. Here, let me show you. So we have the basic video meta here, my version of the editing list, checklist, a content layout, and the correct B-roll list. Here, let me full page it. So we have the B-roll description here to better specify what I want to do with each B-roll. A timestamp feature to be aware of where to insert in the arrow when editing, and a time tag to indicate daytime, nighttime, or anytime shooting, a gather or not checkbox, an end video or not checkbox, and a gather or dedicator. In short, this can be a pretty all-inclusive video project template covering loads of essentials, so check that out. Secondly, let's skim through the personal category. First off, let's take a look at the journal page. We have a little gallery view here for all the journal entries and a simple feature to pick a tag out of either idea-based, event-based, or mood-based entries. It's just simple and effective as that. Next, we have a little special something here, a page about negative manifestations and how to overturn them. This is a very interesting method that my friend and I have come up with to get rid of these negative ideas that might, surface sometimes. And while I'm not showcasing here exactly on the page, you may explore what's hidden inside of the new entry template button yourself once you go to my setup. A reminder is linked down in the description box for you to check it out anytime. Moving on, I also have created a dream log feature to help me organize my interesting dreams made into a simple list view. I can easily jot down some dreams with my idea template. This is called the dream log template. Here, I can categorize my dreams into various tags to make the preview more scintillating. In brief, this can be a lovely page to sort of romanticize life, Coming back out, we have one of my favorites, the recipe page. It's easily a highlight of my life because just take a look at it. On top, we have the chef food specials in the gallery view, and if we get into our recipe template, we can define each recipe with tags such as breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, booze, snack, and healthy. In addition, we can also rate the prep level from easy to hard, note down specific recipe secrets down below. Certainly, we are finally making it to the live category. Starting off interesting, let's take a look at the entertainment page. At the top, we have the cute minion quotes, a cute one to watch section that I can always add a web bookmark for new entries, and a little database down here for watched content. What's really clean about this is that, let's say, if I have watched Before Sunset, all I need to do is to drag this bookmark down here into the database, and voila, it's not sitting neatly in the columns waiting for me to define its type, score it, and comment it if necessary. Essentially, this is a very cool page for my fellow entertainment lovers. Moving on, let's go to goals. And it's a very pink vision board for me personally, to envision some yearly gifts. We have the general keywords up here such as self, academic, lifestyle, relationship, creativity, friends, gym, and family. To give you a scroll down, I can add bullet points under each category and vision pics from Pinterest to build out the aesthetic. Next, we have the travel plans. This is a page that in its essence helps me organize my trips. Here in the table view, I can edit the status from idea to planning to flights booked, set up the start date and end date, note down places to go, and click on the checkbox for that happened. And again, one of the things I really love about Notion is its ability to embed databases within databases. And here, for example, if I click open my college trip, I can make it into a bullet point page, noting down a few reminders or really anything. And finally, in this category, we have bucket list. This is just a simple page with some general bucket list items for life, And lastly, let's do a quick tour of the miscellaneous category. We have a good old useful media library for valid media resources when we come across in life. The types can be a YouTube video, an article, a podcast, an academic journal, and so on. I can also assign topic tags to each media entry with all these options and add a comment if necessary. Getting back out, we also have a little shopping list here to record down things to get, and this is a pretty self-explanatory layout with links, comments, and a got it or not checkbox in the end. And finally, we have a random notepad. This is Index Crux, a simple note page just for anything random in life. Here, I have some codes coming in handy, and I can also favorite this page for quick access on the sidebar. And on that note, we are completely finished with the personal dashboard. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you in the next, I'm kidding, buckle up, we have an academic hub to roam through. Second stop, academic hub. We have a cute Batman quote on the left, on the right, a little call-out box for gentle reminders to go. Scrolling down, we can see that this hub is pretty much still under construction for I haven't imported my notes here, but in particular, I want to show you the 3 most important features: weekly schedule, subjects, and assignment. First off, let's take a look at my pride and joy, the weekly schedule page. So why is this my precious baby? Well, unfortunately, Notion doesn't support a calendar view of the database just within the range of a week, so I had to twist and turn it into a Kanban board view grouped by weekdays. So within this gorgeous Kanban board, we have different blocks of classes under each weekday, with a time feature, vacation feature, class type feature, and a professor feature. And let's say, if I want to edit my weekly schedule, I can do so in a table view easily. And again, I just want to call for a little promotion to how I note down hour, location, and professor in text strings, but here's where the magic happens. In the calendar view, they all miraculously have a little emoji to visualize the properties. Codes, my dear audience, it's all because of my magic codes, so to speak. Clicking back out, we have another correct page called subjects. And now this is not just your neighborhood subjects and your notes, just a little bit more than that. And let me show you. So let's say if I want to record a new subject into the database, then let us go to my class name template. Here, we have a cute little Addison icon for every new class. We can note down the class number here, and ta-da! Here's my correct subject notes database. So on its surface, we can just create a new note entry easily, select its class type, and rate each note from easy to hard. But just hold your breath and look at this. If I assign the levels as hard, medium, and easy, the attention column here would be beeping at you like a little AI. So basically, essentially, I designed the attention system carrying the purpose of helping students, especially myself, to systematically review their notes. And so the only way to disable the alarm here is to review the hard notes 2 rounds, medium note 1 round, and easy note 1 round. Any other procrastination combo in reviewing would set off the alarm, so mark my words. And carefully exiting out of the subjects page, we then have a linked assignment page from the personal dashboard. So here, if we view both the assignment tracker and event planner in the calendar view, I can easily compare my academic and personal schedule to be better in charge of my time. It's just a really neat feature to have. Now, I will admit that my Notion setup may appear like this giant project in so many aspects, but because I got curious about Notion, started playing around with it and building on it, I ended up with a system that can help me capture life from the macro scale of things down to the nitty-gritty. And that really reflects my principal tenets when it comes to tools and learning and in-detail coding to facilitate an efficient and smooth run of literally everything in life. And it's with that philosophy that I decided to film this comprehensive, so perhaps too exact, Notion tour for you guys and share it with you guys. So again, I've linked all these setups down there in the description box below for you guys to check them out. And yes, it's on Patreon in a way to support all these days and hours of efforts I've put into this project. And I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And on that note, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if, let's say, you want to see me break down how exactly I set up this Notion or my biggest 10 takeaways during this process and give you guys some tips. And I will see you in the next video.